Welcome. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about an upper material from Adidas called Hybridtouch. So for those of you who don't know, Hybridtouch was an upper material we found on the 2014 Adidas Adizero, the F50 back in the day. So in Adidas world, that's still considered as one of the best synthetic uppers that we've ever gotten from them, especially on a speed boot. And last year, we had it reintroduced on the Predator 24 and also the F50 in the Mercy edition. So with these boots, I've actually been delaying putting up a full review on them because my thoughts are still a bit mixed on it. And that's sort of what this video was about before we sort of get a full review of what these boots are. Because they are both very different boots to each other. So that's sort of what we're going to be talking about today. Again, if you are enjoying the content, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And I guess when I watched the reviews on both the Predator 24 and the F50 Mercy, the way they were described, obviously we're in an era where we're not getting a leather Predator in a general release in sort of a common availability. We had two of them in the 24 with the David Beckham and the Rotero, but every other colorway and still with the Pred 25s are all still synthetic. And that's just sort of where we are at the moment. So we did see in different colorways of the 24s and also the 25s, the finish to the uppers have changed a little bit. So in this blackout upper, you can see, so sort of here, you can see they sort of have that leather grain effect to them. So for people who don't really know, a lot about boots and they're just picking it up for the first time, they might think it is a leather product. And it has some similar texture to it of a natural leather boot, being either, kangaroo or calf skin. But the way these have been described in other reviews I've seen, and the way they've been described was sort of a synthetic that can offer similar leather qualities. And I don't know if I'm just being a little bit negative, but I'm really not in love with these 2.0 Hybridtouch uppers. So like even with the F50s, you can see like they are still soft and pliable. I do feel like they're almost a little bit too structured in the way they feel. A little bit of that coming from this texturing that they put in the upper. You can sort of hear that. But whereas I would have preferred to feel sort of in this middle section here, there's no grip texturing, and that actually feels quite nice. And then when it gets to here, it loses a little bit of that softness. And yeah, like, it's something just, again, it might be my own fault. I think I was expecting this to be nicer. And coming from still within the Adidas lineage, having previously had these, so this is the Adidas Speed Flow. This is the 0.1 with the laces. And this synthetic upper it's just so much softer. It's so much nicer. Like there's no grip texturing or anything like that. Like there's a little bit of texturing, but it's super minor. Otherwise, it's just this really soft synthetic upper. And I was sort of hoping for this with some sort of, leather texturing to it. So yeah, and I just feel like, especially in the Predators, like again, I will come back. I will spend some more time in both these and the Mercies to do a proper review on them. But from the hours that I have put into these, they just feel a bit sloppy. They don't give very good lockdown in my opinion. And yeah, I just don't love this upper. It's just a little bit rigid for how excited everyone got about Hybridtouch coming back. Such an iconic material. And I don't know, it really just didn't hit that mark I was expecting it to. And I have had the Pred 25s in hand and they are softer, but again, I'll probably want to reserve my judgment on those until I actually had a pair and played with them properly. But Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's a bad upper material. It's still really soft and, you know, still a nice material, but showing you what a bad synthetic is, this is a Puma King SL, and this was one of the first times they did a synthetic upper on the King, which is funny now because that's what we actually just get with the Kings now. But it was a super light sole plate, meant to be the lightest King they had ever made, and crap. Not a great upper at all. Not soft, not pliable, just the, like, it doesn't even really mimic leather all that well. And like to the Hybridtouch 2.0's credit, this feels nicer. I don't think it feels more leather-like, but it feels nicer than what that Puma did. Like, that's not a good boot. But I was kind of hoping it to be a bit more like this. So I know this is a Tahitian synthetic, but in this CR7 colorway, it had that, again, that leather grain finish to it, and it's so much nicer. It's so much more pliable. It sort of has that leather feel to it. It's not plush or anything like that, like a real leather boot, but these are synthetic boots. So this is still a comparable thing, and this is sort of what I was hoping the two Hybridtouch boots in the 2.0s were gonna sort of mimic. Something like this. Nice, soft, pliable, and then, you know, you lace it up tight and it's still really responsive. So yeah, like I said, I'm definitely going to spend some more time in these because I still really like the boots, but I don't know, just from what I've seen out there, I was left a little bit disappointed with this product. Yeah, I just don't like how stiff it is. Like, it is still soft, but it just isn't that level of softness that we had in these and we've seen in previous synthetics. And yeah, I haven't really gone and spent more time in these to go and get my final thoughts to do a proper review on them, because there's so many other boots that I'm gravitating to instead because mainly of this upper. So the Messies don't feel as bad, but definitely, in my opinion, the FTs, and I'm not even just talking about having this open and stuff, not having more lockdown than just getting the non-FT variant, the FT fold over tongue, if you didn't know. But it's more like the lateral movement. It just, yeah, it somehow isn't soft soft enough that you can excuse it for not having fantastic lockdown. You're like, it's okay, I've got a really soft upper, so I'm not expecting, the best lockdown possible. But it's sort of neither. It doesn't give you great lockdown being a bit stiffer, and it's not super soft either. It's this weird middle ground where it's not doing either of those, in my opinion, very well. So yeah, I definitely want to go and spend some more time in these and come back and sort of do a proper review on both and see if I put some more time in, if that's gonna change my opinion. But I have put some D's and Ows into these, and yeah, I don't know if it's just me. There's a lot of reviews out there that have some really positive things to say about both of these boots. But for me, after trying what I have in my collection and coming back to these, yeah, they've left me a little bit underwhelmed. Still a really good boot, but in my opinion, underwhelming. So yeah, there's still some hope for them. I haven't given up on them just yet. And like I said, I think they're both really good boots still, but yeah, it's just something that I haven't really gravitated to because these uppers. I don't know. I was expecting Hybridtouch 2.0 to be a lot better than what we got in this product, especially with having had those original 14s in hand and felt how soft they were, and the support and lockdown that they did provide back in the day. Yeah, good material, but I don't know. It's missed the mark for me, in my opinion. But yeah, that's my overall thoughts on this. I'll be definitely coming back and doing another video about these two boots with the 2.0, and we'll see if it can convince me, because at the moment I bought these going, yep, everyone's really hype on them. Everyone's said really good things about them. I can't wait to give them a go and have that, you know, synthetic feel, well, that synthetic durability, and, you know, but having that sort of leather-like quality to it. And I just didn't get it with these. I don't know. Okay, but that's the video for today. I just wanted to talk about it. I do definitely want to come back and do a proper review. But again, if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And we'll be seeing you on the next one. And we'll eventually circle back to these to see if I can change my mind on them. Okay, thank you very much.